Morgan, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome. I've got a couple of captains to see you. Yeah, cheers.
Joined here by Coach Ian O'Dear. Coach Ian, day 3, how's the vibe in the squad so far?
No, it's really positive. I think yesterday we feel very positive about our performance yesterday, and that obviously builds momentum. And as we've seen with most of these teams, is that everyone is getting better as the tournament progresses. So we're looking forward to what we can pull out of the hat this morning against Free State. It's also starting to look better, so I think we're in for a well-contested game.
Yeah, we were a little bit out of breath on the top there, trying to just breathe through those last few minutes and last few seconds. It seemed like you just about had it. What is the feeling like in the squad after?
I think quite disappointed. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties or problems, they were just read the time wrong, and we thought we had maybe more time. But nonetheless, those are external factors. We definitely could have controlled the last few seconds, especially the last minute. We could have controlled better, but that's the nature of the game. And if you're going to put yourself under a lot of pressure, and especially against a team as quality as KZN, they're going to use their chances. So obviously, but we've shaken off the disappointment, and we've learned from it, and hopefully we can fix the problems today.
Yeah, you've had a lot of development throughout this week. Do you feel like you're not even near the ceiling yet? You still have a few more levels to go?
No, absolutely. The girls haven't peaked yet, in my humble opinion, and I think we can definitely expect lots more. Like I say, as long as they're positive and the vibe in the team is progressive, and they learn from the mistakes and we move forward, we definitely can see better things for the team coming forward.
Thanks so much, Coach Nadia. Good luck for the match.
Thank you. Thanks.
Joined by Taryn Ramsden from Free State. Taryn, we've been seeing a lot of progression through your squad this week. Lots of exciting vibe. Anything that you want to mention about your development so far?
I think we're so happy to have a great opportunity to play and giving the youngsters an opportunity. So we've got about 5 schoolgirls in our team to give them opportunity to play the game because they didn't have any IPTs this year. So we're hoping that the youth will come through and show what we've got in South Africa.
Yeah, definitely from what we've been seeing and from the comments from the viewers at home, they've been super excited by this balance between young and experience. Is that something that you want to carry forward throughout the development of freestyle hockey?
Yes, definitely. I think the more opportunities you give the youth, the better.
That's excellent news. So for this day, now you're coming up against Western Province Men's, is there anything special or specific that you want to try against the squad, or do you think you'll just be working through your processes throughout this week?
The best thing we can do today is use our opportunities. We had a lot yesterday and we didn't convert them, so today's aim is to use the opportunities today.
We are super excited to see what happens today. Thank you so much for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 2, Day 3 of Ladies IPT 2021. We have the last of the pool games for Pool A. It'll be Western Province Peninsula playing from right to left in the sky blue and white kit with the Red Sox, playing against Free State wearing the navy and yellow, or purple and yellow, playing from left to right. My name is Bryce West and you'll be with me and my commentator Randall Crisp. Thanks for joining us and we're looking forward to a fantastic game of hockey. Free State starting with the ball, we're just waiting for time to go and then we're on the way. I think both teams here are looking to get on the scoreboard. Both teams have played 2 and lost 2, so all to play for here in terms of where they're going to play in the quarterfinals. Reminder that all teams in Pool A and Pool B will be playing in a quarterfinal, so position is important. Coming fourth in a group means you will play first in the other group, which could be quite a tough game. And here we go, Free State have started the game and we're on the way. Randall, welcome back to the commentary box.
Oh, thanks, man. So it's quite a long run up from turf to get up here in the box. Another hot day, 31 degrees predicted as the max. There's a little bit of a foul there by Shania Hartel, but she recovers well. Gets the ball out to Olin Hiddledine. Big challenge coming in there by Little Meeting Klassen.
Western Province Pens making it clear from the beginning how they're going to be playing, implementing a very full high press over here, cutting the field and forcing them to go forward, and it's well turned over. Sam Smuts is the free centre back there, looking for a pass, and unfortunately just asking a little bit too much there of Megan Price-Lewis. Free State have a free just inside the Western Province Pens half. And if you've just joined us, Game 1 today in Pool A, we had the Spark KZN Raiders extending their unbeaten run to 3 out of 3, beating Northern's 4-1. And this is the final game in Pool A.
Yeah, umpire Peter Calder joined us in the comment section earlier, mentioning that this big ball comes in from Captain Lee Simmons. A bit of a shaky clearance there, and she gets the ball again, looking to drive back in. And long corner.
Again, she didn't hit it out on purpose there. It was a difficult ball to control, and she's just deflected maybe with a little bit too much force, but umpire Claire Cowan happy with that, and it's just a long corner. And it's another circle entry as we see Zalmi Pretorius unfortunately just hitting the back end of the stick, and it's a free hit out to the Pens.
And the first comment, happy to see Emil Odendaal back. Start mixing that hot sauce, referring to one of the youngsters in the Free State side. I'm sure the viewers at home will know that we are talking about Nsopa Mokoena, number 8.
Stacey Jean finds her captain, and it's a backhand, and it's hit Jamie Chisholm on the back, but co-umpire Janaka Swanepoel indicated to Claire that it was on target and not dangerous. Therefore, it is a penalty corner to Free State. First short corner, 2.5 minutes into the first chukker. Randall, over the few games that we've seen Free State play, most of the first time you've seen Tanya Brits on the flick. Do you think we're going to see her? Got 3 goals at the top of the castle, 2 castles available. Your guess is as good as mine where this is going.
Oh, this is a guess that they'll go for a variation up front.
It is Castle 2, it is Tanya Brits, bicycle behind her back, far post slider, it's well cleared off the line there by Nydia Vermeulen, still in there. It's great defense in the 6-yard area there by Western Province Pens, and another penalty corner awarded for obstruction of the ball. Very good variation there.
Fantastic variation. I think one thing that's clear as we move into this modern age of having access to digital content and digital assets, they probably would have analyzed the Pens defense quite well leading up to this match.
A fantastic goal line save there by Nydia Vermeulen. It's a drag flick. It's come from the captain, and it is a free hit out to Western Province Pens. Seeing this high pressure situation out, Sam Smuts looking to take it quickly. Like quickly told by our captain, slow it down, nothing is on. Let's just set up the structure and take it from there.
And we definitely have to give massive props to both Coach Ian Odia and Coach Stellan Ramsden. They have a fantastic mix of players, both in ages and skill levels, and they've been able to extract absolute maximum. And as Coach Ian Odia said, they are nowhere near the ceiling. They still have many levels to go. As you see, young Kaden Marie linking up, and Emerin Klaasen in the D, clashing sticks and short corner. There's Koko Atlegang there, putting in a big tackle, as well as the youngster Anay Janse. What do you think will be the variation here as we go into
just 1 minute between the 2 short corners? So a nice end-to-end game to start off with. Having a look at the castles there, we have Amy Pote on the first castle, Kelly Marie on the second, Megan Price Lewis on the slip. I'm going for the slip.
what the tackle?
Not sure that was a planned penalty corner. Maybe the injection was just slightly skewed. It's a long corner to Western Province Pens, well defended there by Free State.
As per the first match of the week for Free State, we are seeing that same characteristic mix and match of players linking well, taking control. See another big ball coming in.
It's a lovely roll there by Tanya Brits, just waited, passed into space.
Zalmarie Pretorius
Has sneaked it past the near post, past Jana Marie Brits, and Free State take the lead. Just 4.5 minutes in the first chukker played, and we have our first goal. End-to-end game in the first 5 minutes, Randall. If this is anything what we're expecting for the rest of the game, I'm very excited to be in the commentary box. prime seating.
And exactly what Coach Paul had mentioned in the last game. As a striker, you want to make the goal box as big as possible. Zalmeri Pretoria is definitely doing that.
Yeah, something that we've seen over the past 2 games from Free State, leaving their 2 strikers high, defending with the other 8 outfield players, and when they get a ball, looking to feed the strikers, leading back into space, and a good fast break there, leading to the first goal. As we see
Rebecca Caps coming over.
Caps coming across, and almost a nasty deflection from Shanae Hotel, almost beating a keeper near post, but it's gone out for a long corner. Sam Smuts going to play a direct ball here. It's come in, and unfortunately no one getting onto the end of it. Claasson's asking for a long corner, but both umpires are signaling it's a 16 out.
Yeah, watching the warm-ups before this match, one thing that was quite clear is the strikers on both sides are ready to crack off a few big ones. They need those opportunities. And teams are building quite well. To see another tight sectional player, and Anay Janse, the youngster, 17 years old, always involved.
I had a chat to a coach after the game last week from Oranje Meisjes, Monet Odendown. She's been playing first side on Oranje Meisjes since grade 8. It is fantastic. Oranje Meisjes, one of the most successful girls' school teams in the country. Huge talent on our hands there.
A bit of a missed ball, but we have Shanae Hartel. Big slap coming.
Yeah, she loves that big 45 roll slap. Really well executed to Casey Jean. Tanya Brits receives the ball. Fair challenge there by Megan Price Lewis. And Claasson's winning the free hit.
Yeah, there are a few players here that Pens need to watch out for, that they really need to manage. Tanya Brits being one of them. Captain Shirley Simmons, Anay Janse, Casey Jean Botha, as well as Mkwena. And never forget the goal scorer, Zalmeri Pretoria. But as we always discuss, we are quite serious about teamwork. Me and you being roommates for a very long time, for a few tours. It's always the mental game as we get into the bills overhead. Olin Eraldine on the ball here, looking for something up the line. Solid challenge coming in by Claassen. Starting to see a few moments of missed passes, missed traps, but collecting well. Not many double turnovers. Stanley Brits on the ball again. Unfortunately, he goes out for 16. Western Province looking to roll 5 players on. Free State rolling 2. Chelsea Tomlinson unable to hang on to that one as Anay Janse makes her way into the D. Captain Simmons unable to connect that one, but ball still alive. Looking for a way out of this little pocket of pressure. Efficient use of the aerial ball. Off they go, Rebecca Caps once again on a bicycle. Take you on Shanae Hartel. Big challenge and short ball and a little bit clumsy. Shanae Hartel unhappy with that ball. But the umpire's decision is final. Jonelka Swanepoel, confident in her decision. And rightly so. Second short corner here for the Pens. Definitely be looking to convert something. Ladies and gents at home, if you are at work, at home, on the bus, on the plane, who are you supporting?
It's an early break, and it'll be interesting to see Coach Enodia shouting to Amy Poets. Obviously, then have a plan when they go to 3 that there's going to be a variation. What are we going to see? I think a zigzag, still a straight flick. Well, saved there by Chapang Musikidi. Danger's not gone yet. The hatch ball across the face of the goals by Lizay Stan.
And Corker, good clearance, but having an unfortunate collision there. She'll be feeling that for a while.
Ming Price Lewis just running out of space there on the sideline.
Very well intercepted there, well read. It's Ali Adoli going against the pins. It's Nadine Prince who looks for the big ball back. Status Shania Hotel. The big slap linking up quite well here with Casey Bota as she weaves her way through. Chelsea Tomlinson unable to complete that tackle. Off we go again. Unfortunately, Nadine Prince unable to win that one.
Rebecca Caps putting her on her shift in the defense there, winning a free it out. Free State putting on a nice high pressure, now making it easy for Province to outlet. Casey Jean just mistimed that interception or just couldn't gain control of the ball. And she did, there would have been trouble there for the Pens.
We've had a few off-feet collisions here. Maybe a sniper up in the tower. Oh, it's slightly slippery turf. Ball rolls off for 16. Heinz Husselman shouting VP lekker ding. It's always, we always wait for that one. And that's always, and I always assume it'll be the first comment, but it's never the first comment. Ashley on the ball, looking to connect here. Unfortunately, not linking there with Noel van der Walt. Schnautel again. Easy ball, linking up with and then all the way over to Koka, apologies. There we go, Captain Shamrili Simmons drives in the deep, big shot, comes across and again unable. But as we're starting to see a pattern here. They're definitely looking for that cross ball. They're looking to take advantage of that 9-yard area. What is the next step here? Would it be a battle of percentages, just trying to maintain that, or should they potentially be looking for something else?
Yeah, so I mean, even from the backup, we see Free State like to play that long ball, try to skip a few lines and really gain territory and find the space for the strikers up high and then get players. If you see Michelle Bennett with a circle entry, stick challenge, Klaassen, the keeper Mosekidi with a fantastic challenge on Michelle Bennett there. All legal as she did play the ball first, and then Klaassen just couldn't execute the bunt on the follow up there and just hitting Michelle Bennett lying on the floor, and that's why it's a 16 out. As we see, there we go, another long ball there played by Shanae Hartle. She loves that little roll slap, and I think they're playing the direct ball, and I think what will come next is just getting the strikers into key areas in the correct time and just going in for that little deflection. And I think maybe they have identified that the Pens receiving in the D might be a little bit shaky, so maybe they're just putting the Pens under pressure and really making them trap a ball that maybe they're a little bit uncomfortable with, and maybe they can get an outcome from there, but better yet get a goal.
Yeah, to see Michelle Bennett back on her feet, she looked a bit winded, a little bit worried about the health of the players. Another big ball comes in, and what a finish!
Tanya Brits.
I feel like we've been waiting for this moment all week. We've been waiting for Tanya Brits to put something on the score sheet. She's been involved every single day. Quite happy to see
Nadine Prinsley with a fantastic left-hand side baseline entry there. Some good skills. Pops the ball about knee-high for Tanya, and a one-time deflection into the top corner. Only top bins. Fantastic finish there by Tanya Brits. Proper striker's finish in the 9-yard area. I'm sure Taryn Ramsden is very pleased with that goal. And that is the second goal for Free State in this game, with just over a minute and a half to play in the first tracker. Free State 2, Pens 0.
And as you say, the Pens are putting maximum pressure on the Free State defense.
I think the difference there, Randall, is quite an open game, but it's a game of chances, and if you don't take your chances, you're going to come up a little bit short at the end of the game. And Free State having a couple of chances and got a high percentage of the finish rate there, where Pens have just had a few very good opportunities, but just haven't managed to put the ball in the back of the net yet.
Pens, despite being the only B side here, they've been extremely competitive, losing out yesterday in the last few seconds to KZN Raiders. But as Coach Nadir said, it's all about taking those chances. As back we come.
And Michelle Tallis stopping that dangerous counter-attack. There was a lot of space and just Nydia behind her. And the goalkeeper, Johanna Marie Boats, but well managed there by Michelle Tallis.
Heinz Osselman saying some great rugby being played. So this is hockey. But yes, very, very physical encounter so far today. Devin Stanton was saying crisp West combo continues. Oh yes sir.
Good to have you joining us, Devin Stanton. Looking forward to our commentary stint on Friday morning. We see Tanya Brits into the circle. Some fantastic stick work, but well handled there by the captain of the Pains, Leanne Lawrence. Great block tackle there, not allowing anything to come across. Randall, your thoughts on the first Chaka 2-0 deserved lead for Free State?
Yeah, as we mentioned at a few times in the first Chaka, it's all about those percentages you need to convert, and if you're not taking those chances, you won't have anything to convert. Free State definitely looking to add on as many opportunities as possible. Pens they definitely have something there. They've had a few good ones. It's just that last, getting the ball over the line is the big thing.
We'll be back in just a moment. But not for the first time in this IPT. Both coaches taking just a little bit too much time in their team talk, and time has started before players are even ready.
Yeah, those Belgian starts are always a little bit too exciting. We actually saw in one of the matches yesterday where the pushback was turned over immediately by umpire Michel Joubert, deeming that the players are taking too long to get started. As Mamako Musikiri saying, Free State, good game. Definitely a good game. I would say it's one of the best games this week. One could also maybe say that with the rest of the squads struggling in this 31-degree heat, yesterday also being a 31-degree day, they are seeming quite comfortable.
Yeah, I think that first Chaka was played at quite a high intensity, end-to-end game, and your box-to-box players, normally your outside backs and your midfielders, are going to struggle towards the end of this game if they leave it all out there in the first half. But it'll be interesting to see if they can manage this incredibly hot day in Cape Town, as we see Rebecca Caps trademark run down the side, good stick work, good speed, a great defense there by the Free State. Tracy Thomason, unfortunately, with her tackle, just giving it to Tanya Brits, and a fantastic aerial skill. If she can play it to the left hand side, there's a lot of space, but she's gone back into traffic, and Claire Cowan warning the players to watch their tackles, not happy with that.
Yeah, there was Megan Price Lewis who left the stick in the tackle. stick found its way halfway across the turf. I'm exaggerating, but it did go quite a distance in the air.
Ane Janse with a fantastic run into the box and a beautiful ball, far post ahead of Tanya Brits, just outside the post. And unfortunately, she just didn't get enough of it to redirect it back into the goal box. And another golden opportunity to extend the lead to 3, just missed.
So
Casey
close.
Jean, it's a lovely ball to her captain, to Tanya Brits, around the goalkeeper on her backhand, and it is 3-0 to Free State. Fantastic counter-attack from a high press from Free State to extend the lead to 3. Western Province Pens looking a little bit shaky at the back. Randall Crisp.
You know, it's quite interesting. We had mentioned before about that 9-yard area and taking advantage of those spaces, making the goal box as big as possible. Free State, we had a little moment there where the open shot was on, but opting again to go for that little tap in, go for the deflection around the keeper, put the defense under a lot more pressure, and it's working for them.
And putting pressure here, and Shanae Hartle deals with it. Rebecca Caps on the ball. She can roll it down the line to Amy Purge. A lot of space. Casey Jean back in defense. Amy Purge to Sam Smuts. There's a lot of space on that right hand side if Jamie Chisholm and the right back could identify an attack going forward. Ball to Michelle Tallis. Jamie Chisholm. Sam Smuts in the midfield. Great collect. Good combination play by Western Province Pens. And I think that's yesterday when they played against the Raiders. That's what I was asking for. And showing their quality as the Pens side. Great combination play between the Pens. And unfortunately, just gone over the sideline. Just going back to that third goal, Randall. Can't take anything away there from Tanya Brits. Fantastic striker play. As she didn't panic as the keeper came out and just try to hit it through her. She just rounded the goalkeeper and made her angle quite small, but quality and experience from her putting it into the back of the net.
Yeah, we saw the dedication with that dive just before and just about missing the outside post. Not backing off, maintaining that intensity.
I'm sure that's going to do her a world of confidence going into the crucial part of the IPT. Next up, quarterfinals. Getting to some goal scoring form, and I'm sure that her team and coach Taryn Ramsden will love it to carry that in.
Shamelda on down.
Tanya Brits on the ball again. Fantastic stick work. But Claire Cowan has said that is a stick block, and unfortunately you can't cover the ball and not allow the defender to make the challenge, and it is a free hit out to the Pens. Randall, what do you see the Western Province Pens have to change or keep doing in order to get back into this game?
You know, it comes down to, and you know, with our years of working together, you know that I'm one that always allows the coaches to make the final decision. So I sit back in management, but I think the mental game will be important here. Confidence will be highly valued in this space, because we are seeing the Free State ladies are very confident. They're taking those extra chances. They're going full force, 100%. We are seeing those patches from the Pens ladies, but we also, as we see there, a little bit of a mental miss, and Shinrili Simmons in the D, looking again for the short pass, and Pens coming away with it.
It was good over down the line there by Shanae Hartel. Jamie Chisholm just not dealing with it, and another circle entry there for Free State.
Shanae Hartel, that will be the third time she's gone down in the tackle by accident. Might be that Wednesday feeling. Another big one coming in. This is would have been a perfect opportunity to lay off. Rebecca Caps is waiting on the near post, and here comes the Bethlehem hot sauce once again.
Captain Leanne Lawrence just with a bit of a breakdown there. And that could have been the second breakdown in the same area. Lucky to still be 11 players on the field, I think, Western Province Pens. I'm sure the next challenge is we will see a green card. Fantastic little one-touch pass here by Casey Jean.
What was interesting to see is as soon as she made that pass, she knew that she had taken a little bit too much advantage of a fellow player's ability, being Elaine Lowe, and apologized immediately.
Lovely roll slap there by Megan Price Lewis to Amy Pote. When Sophia takes it quickly, Klaassen ahead of her, Caps to the left. Rebecca Caps getting it to her forehand, far post, and Klaassen just catching the edge of her stick, and it's gone wide again. Some golden opportunities for Western Province Pens to get back in the game, and I think there's at least 2 goals that they could have scored already, and unfortunately nothing in the back of the net, and they're still 3-0 down. Just over 7.5 minutes to play in the first half.
Interesting to see a similar formula being applied by the Pens. They're just not solving for X in that one. I think that has been impressive with these confident balls into the middle of the park by the Pens. Deadly accurate. And here comes Nsopa again. Ooh, unfortunately, Darren Saunderson.
Kayla Marie taking it quickly. It was interesting to see there. I'm not sure if this is the plan going forward, but it seems the Pens changed from their back 4 to a back 3. Sam Smuts joining in the midfield in that last outlet. Maybe they have identified that they're getting overloaded in the midfield with the 5 of Free State, and they're just trying to match numbers a little bit to assist the defense in outletting. You see Tanya Brits on the ball, slowing the game down, protecting it. Casey Jean Buerta on the ball. Lays it to Nchopa Mokena. Leanne Lawrence with a bit of obstruction, says umpire Claire Cowan.
Yeah, this match is turning into one of the exciting matchups of this week.
Carson intercepts the long ball. It is a 2-on-1 in the D. Lots of time for the shot. Goes round the goalkeeper, and she has slots it into the bottom left corner. That is fantastic centre forward play. Very good intercept. Speed on that counter. Goes round the goalkeeper. Doesn't buckle under pressure. And Western Province Pens on the scoreboard. Just under 6 minutes to play till half time. That should get their tails up. We have a game on our hand here, Randall.
No, for sure. That was a textbook finish there. The confidence that you could see in Evelyn Klaassen when she picked that ball up. She went straight at the keeper. Did not back down. Almost looked as if she was staring keeper Tsepang Mosikiri down. What a class finish.
It's a lovely 45 ball through there. Unfortunately, just going straight to Megan Price Lewis. Chelsea Tomlinson in the midfield, dangerous in space, but Casey Jean covering with that left foot pass. And another hard whistle for a breakdown tackle there.
Casey Jean's defense in the middle of the field, or just the work rate in the middle of the field. Power is come today. We've had a few load shedding moments today, but we are back. We are not going away for the rest of the day. Friends, what an interchange there by Shamelda and Leanne Lawrence.
A bit of obstruction there, unfortunately. Just missed controlling the ball and backing into that defense of Pens. As one of Pens lucky to get away with that one.
Shamelda Antong, one of the youngsters, only 20 years old, and she's more than happy to take on any players. We see Bethlehem Altos and Nsopa coming straight back.
45 ball through there, just going in front of Tanya Brits.
We're starting to see that 45 ball in working really, really well, but the timing seems to be off from time to time. Getting there, and that's given them 3 goals. As we roll into the last 4 minutes of the second chapter.
Jamie Chisholm, they're just outnumbered down the right hand side. 3-4 Free State players, none of her midfielders offering her any pass and creating a turnover for Free State.
Looking like Leanne Lawrence kicking for touch there. Probably leaving a little bit of pressure, just sending the ball over the baseline, allowing the Pens to regroup. Like a very excited attack coming up here from the Pens as they load up on this left side.
They sends a cross into her left, goes herself, passes it through, try to find a space for Michelle Bennett, who just didn't read, wasn't on the same page. I think Klaassen was probably the better pass there.
And here she goes, Melda Ontong. Once again, hashtag speed. This entire week she's been showing off buckets of pace.
Yeah, I think Free State definitely look the more conditioned side here. They haven't seemed to drop their intensity over the first 30 minutes of game, and I think we can just see Province tiring just a little bit. I'm sure they can't wait for that halftime interval just to maybe regain a bit of energy again.
Yeah, Chandra Simmons actually mentioning after the first match that they build up and they work towards this tournament was interesting, trying to match interrupt himself there as Emily cross. Unfortunately rolls the ball over, but it's a long corner. Their build up towards this tournament was important for them, especially with the way that the players were situated all across the Free State, with their core being at Koffsies. The ball rolling in, fortunately going direct 5. Messages coming through on the chat. Cheryl Ngobesi saying nice one Speedy. I believe Speedy would be Amadine Klaassen. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Merrick Martin saying go Jamie. And Darren Williams. Oh, we remember Darren Williams. What a commentary team. My second favorite Crisp and my second favorite West team. My goodness. Why are we being attacked live on air yet again?
Sam Smuts unfortunately just passing the ball there behind Alia Dolly, and it's an unforced error again, and Free State have the ball high up on the field, and
a little bit of a wounded rabbit rolling through there.
a lot of things happening in that D. We can't keep up with all the action, but it is another penalty corner to Free State with just over 1 minute 20 seconds to play in the half.
Yeah, the ball is rolling away like my last 5 ran down the hill. As you walk out of your favorite shopping center and you get to change out of the parking machine. But coming away positively for Free State. I think another variation here.
Nah, I think we're going with I'm going with the captain here for the flick. It's another bicycle and it's a fake slap, and again Nydia Vermeulen on the line, nice and flat. Fantastic postman. That's what you want behind you as a goalkeeper. I'm sure Jana Revotes is very happy with her as her postman. So that's 2 goals that she saved off the line in this first half. Beautiful work there. I think it was Shanae Hata with the nice slider, her favoured passing distribution technique.
Yeah, Shanae Hata could slide those 45 passes from the other way to Paul.
But I'm sure she was maybe looking for someone running post there. I think we had Nchopa Makana, the speedster, just couldn't get there. Maybe she's hoping for a bit more angle on that slap so she can really bring in the far post deflection.
As we say, the Kayla Maria reading it and immediately dispossessed by the 2 youngsters, but coming away with the blow, and Claire Cowan unhappy with the intensity of the tackles by the 2 youngsters.
And that is our last warning. 10 seconds to go. Probably need to be quite direct here if they want to get something before half time. And it's a great ball through there by Sam Smith, but unfortunately just couldn't find any of the 4 Western Province players inside there. As we come to the end of Chaka 2, we have Free State 3, Western Province Pens 1. Randall, your thoughts on the first half?
First half has definitely been a tale of 2 Chakas. It's been a tale of 2 sides for sure, as we're seeing very dynamic change of play. We're seeing quite interesting strategies being applied. I'm quite sure the Talent Ramsden will be happy with what's happened so far. Captain Shindley Simmons having a little discussion there with Claire Cowan. And yeah, I think Nodia he seems to have a plan, and it's just that last little bit that they need to just pull off and to get those last few goals on the board. What do you think will be the big theme for the second half?
I think Free State are going to still come out guns blazing. They're not going to slow down their intensity. We've seen that over the first 2 games. So they're going to come out guns blazing, definitely. I think what's going to be important for the Pens is, can they manage their legs in this heat? I saw they looked a little bit fatigued towards the end of the first half there. but I'm sure getting some electrolytes and some water in now and a good rest for their legs will do in the world of good. And I'm sure they're going to come out firing in the second half. They got nothing to lose. 2 goals behind. They definitely need to be the next team to score. And I see Coach Inodia and his assistant Ilza Davids coming up with the plan while the teams break up into their lines, just having their own line chats with the players before they come together and have the group tactics. Looking forward to the second half. We'll be back in just over 5 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Western Province Pens in the white and sky blue playing from left to right on your screen, and Free State in the blue and yellow playing from the right to left. Third chukka, second half. It is 3-1 to Free State. I'm interested to see how these two teams come out and deal with it. Are we going to see Free State still go guns blazing and try extend the lead, or are they going to settle for the 3-1? And are the Pens going to come out and try put some early pressure on Free State and maybe try grab a quick goal and get back into the game? We speak about the 2-0 trap. It can't be 2-0, but it is a 2-goal trap. So we all know that all too well. So Free State haven't won the game yet. Still a lot of hockey to be played. Randall, what are you expecting to see in this next chukka?
Been looking at the build-up of this match and looking at how we've developed to this point of being 3-1 ahead for Free State. A few things that I've noticed is, one, the Pens seem a lot more comfortable on the turf because the Free State players have been slipping around quite well, or quite a bit. On the other side also, we've had Free State playing very, very aggressively. As you see, another big tackle, big challenge coming from Chandra Simmons. So the confidence is up. It's just a matter of Province or the Pens just finding their feet. So definitely not out of this. They haven't been doing much wrong. But the difference does come when it comes to percentages.
Yeah, just being clinical inside the D, and when you get chances, you do be taking them. I think Free State were exceptional in the first half there, and taking the chances that was provided.
You see the
And it's a fantastic stick work, 3-man pocket and easily out. Recycles it to Shane Hart with the big 45 to Mokoena. Fantastic receive, and look at that speed through the midfield, breaking the lines of Province press. No answer, and Leanne Lawrence could be seeing green with that breakdown, but Mokoena still with the ball. We see a circle entry with the captain.
Captain looking up.
Yeah, and there we see just the back end of the stick with that back stick. And as we mentioned, the final warning was in the first half, and Captain Leanne Lawrence going to the naughty chair for 2 minutes, and Western Province Pens down to 10 players.
Yeah, that little naughty chair is something that you don't want to be experiencing. For the viewers that have not experienced IPT hockey, if you're on that chair, you're not allowed to communicate with anyone. You have to be quiet. Only your team manager will be allowed to communicate one way with you. So it's not just a rest, it's a complete isolation from the match. You see Anna Janssen again coming up against Jamie Chisholm.
So lovely lay to Tanya Brits. What seemed to be a good tackle by Kayla Marie proved to be a penalty corner, and Free State with an early penalty corner in the chukka 3.
Fantastic upgrade there.
Hey, answer, wow. Fantastic little player there, Randall. I like how forward she is, very quick on the ball, moves it, got some good speed, bright future ahead of her.
Yeah, definitely. If I was one of the senior members at Free State, as we watch this ball come out, another variation. We're at the outside looking for Tanya Brits. She's looking to find a way through. She's being hassled. Another short corner. Sam Smuts applying maximum pressure. They're not backing off. If I was in the management of Free State, I'd be super excited with the development of these youngsters. A very, very well balanced team between old, when I say old I mean experienced, and the younger up and comings with levels of speed that we're not seeing as often as we could. And big ball comes in, first flick by Chandra Simmons, and saved again. Jana Marie Botha in goal.
Yeah, so in the pre-game, Grace Cochran not kitted up today, and she was walking a bit gingerly, so I assume she had a bit of an injury carrying over from yesterday, and Coach Inodia not willing to risk in this game and probably saving her for the knockout games.
As you see, Mokoena again applying maximum pace.
Exciting player that as well. She had a fantastic break through the middle of the field earlier, which was part of the winning that penalty corner. See Jamie Chisholm on the right hand side, Amy Pert
here. Versus Miss Antong, who has also a little bit of a speed mode available there for her.
As we see Captain Leanne Lawrence back onto the field, Western Province Paints back to numbers. And it's a lovely ball under the shoulder there by Nydia, and as she finds Klaassen 2v2 inside the circle, round Shanae Hartel. Can she upgrade from here? Great challenge by Shanae there, winning the ball with a nice low block tackle and clearing it out of danger to the halfway line and allowing her team to set up.
It's a textbook tackle. She stayed low, kept the feet out the way, maintained forward position. Positive in that tackle. Pins having the ball on the far outside here. Assistance by Janelka Swanepoel to get that ball back. And unfortunately, the ball being played straight out. Could have been a double tap off the stick. And we see Amy Pottier on screen. Kayla Marie taking the ball quickly, going on a run, coming up against Anna Janssen. Finding the ball in and winning the free hit.
She's going to drive straight into the D if she looks forward, but Casey Jean closes it quite early. Leanne Lawrence plays it in. Amy Pote receives it inside the 6-yard area. Two very close tackles, defenders there for Free State. Casey Jean winning it back, not clearing their lines, and it was a penalty corner initially, but Janalka just indicating to a co-umpire that it's a 16 out, and that's very good communication there between the two umpires in making the correct call, and both teams seem happy with that.
The case between both, they just seem unfazed by the challenges coming through, managing the pressure quite well.
You see Chelsea Tomlinson on your screen.
Apologies, I almost spoke over there, sir. Chelsea Tomlinson again from Stellenberg High School. A little bit of a long ball there. Jamie was unable to get to that one. Again, Amy Potts on screen, seemingly attracting the camera today. And very well closed down. And turnover as Shanae Hartel looks for a big ball. Mistrap, and here comes Kayla Marie looking for something. Shanae Hartel once again. And here we go, Bethlehem Hot Sauce and Tanya Brits.
It's a lovely interplay there. Tanya Brits with some good post-up center forward play and just releasing this Mokoena with the speed. And the ball is dangerous off the goalkeeper, and it is a penalty corner to Free State.
That passage of play was just something to behold. Started off slow, a few double turnovers, up the pace. And I mean, if you are defending, you're trying to track with players like Mokoena, it's hard work.
Yeah, and I think it's really important, and very good centre forward play there by the ex-national player Tanya Brits, where if any of the youngsters there are watching and hockey players, it's not always the first ball when you're carrying where you're most dangerous and trying to eliminate players, but it's that second ball. So when you pass the ball to a teammate and you get it back behind the line of defense and you're running with speed, that's when you're most dangerous. And it's again this pass behind the back which scored the bicycle, and Shanae Hartel not going across the goal but to near post this time, unfortunately just missing the injector, and it's another escape for Western Province Pens. 3-1 to Free State, and just under 7.5 minutes to play in this third chukker.
Yeah, trying to link up there with Zalmari Pretorius. There definitely is a gap there that they spot that they'll try and take advantage of. As Kayla Marie wins that battle against Nordine Prinsloo. The big ball up the line. Michelle Bennett sneaking away from Shanae Hartel. Ball comes in and long corner.
Yeah, Michelle Bennett is waiting for her support to come through and trying to play it into space, but well defended by Free State. Back in numbers now, Captain Leanne Lawrence trying to create something out of nothing. But Shanae Hartel, the heart of defense there for Free State, comes out with it. Plays the backhand pass, but now it's Noel van der Walt who created the intercept, but it's a bit of scrappy play happening here. And Noel's taking it quickly, looking for the big ball. I think Province maybe being just a little bit too expansive in their build up there. Not too many players inside the D or in good areas where they could probably hold on to the ball just a little bit longer, as Free State are quite good around that BBG line going in towards the goal, picking up the big balls.
I'm sure if we had all ticket tape, I just counted up every one of Shanae Hartel's tackles and passes and involvements in this match. We'll probably wrap all the way around the stuff.
Good centre back play there by Sam Smuts, starting the fast break for Pens, and it's Kaylin Marie using her speed on the outside. Great turn to go infield, and again that direct ball coming in with only one player on the field. One player inside the D, and again I think a bit more combination play as we see a green card, if I'm not mistaken, for the youngster Ane Janse. Pens with the player up. I'm sure they need to get an outcome over here, and again we see the ball going across, but no one in the crucial area. I think they're taking out of what Free State did in that first half, Randall. Those 45 balls across the face, but the difference is that we saw in the first half that Tanya Brett was always in a crucial area, and when the balls came in, she was always getting a touch or creating an outcome there. And I think that's just what Pens are missing in that tactic, and hopefully they can get their strikers in some better areas in that 6-yard area, and they play that direct ball. I'm sure it could pay off, as we see another big ball by Shanae Hartel. Tanya Brits keeps the ball. Umpire says that's a fair challenge by the goalkeeper and well defended by the Pens, keeping themselves in this game. I don't think they can afford to go 3 goals behind. They're still in it here with when they're just 2 goals behind the Free State.
And the experience of Shanrilise Simmons and Shanae Hartel just shaking off Michelle Bennett there. Back they come, but Kaylin Marie staying involved, and another massive tackle coming in.
And I think we will be seeing a yellow card here. It is a yellow card, and that is 2 players in the naughty chair for Free State. Province have 2 players up. I'd love to see them really stretch the field in the defense of Free State here. 2 players up. Can't be long until they go back to just 1 player to the good.
Now is the time for Pens to apply maximum pressure.
Pens
load the box.
Sorry there, Randall. Pens only 3 players ahead of the ball and 7 out, not inside the 23. I'd love to see them just add a few more players in this attack. And finally we got 4 players inside the D. Sam Smuts with a big ball. Casey Jean just missed trapping it. We have a stalemate in there with her and Amy Pote. Amy Pote comes out, gets the backhand off, but a great save there by Masakidi, keeping her team in the lead.
Yeah, we're hearing big calls by Ian Nodia, Coach Ian Nodia saying, come, let's go. So definitely spotting the big gaps that are available now with the numerical advantages. Anna Jansen comes back on. Another fantastic save there
by Hartel.
Ladies and gents, if you're following along on the live stream, let us know where you're watching from. The big ball comes in. Desperate defense. Ball rolls straight through and calls a short corner, but no. Back stick. Lizay Stein. Apologies, not Lizay Stein. It's Noel van der Walt.
Dolly just taking a little bit too long on the ball there. It's a good win there by Noel, and she gets the long corner. Free State making small areas there for the Pens to go into and making it very difficult to create an opportunity. A lot of space on help side here if Captain Leanne Lawrence can swing the ball to the left. Gone back into the traffic here. There's a good ball into the D, but just ahead of Michelle Bennett.
And thanks to Coach Paulo explaining the help side and ball side earlier for the viewers at home. so you can follow along. Not all of us are hockey players.
For those of you that weren't with us earlier, so ball side, if you break the field down the middle, where the ball is, that's ball side. On the other half of the field is where the help side is. So when you hear me say that again, now you have a clearer explanation of what I am saying, and it's well defended, and it's a free hit out to Free State with Shamaldo Ontong winning it. Nice high press here by the Pens. Pens still one player to the good for the next couple minutes. Free State getting a yellow card for a breakdown challenge. And it's well kept in.
We definitely need to give Free State props here. They've been managing the pressure really well. A balance of experience and speed working well for them, as we see Pens again building slowly. Just under a minute left as Megan Price Lewis goes for the long jog to retrieve that ball. Sam Smuts definitely will be looking forward. As I say, she goes back to Aisha Ibrahim. Well intercepted again by Shamaldo Ontong. And here they go.
It's a lovely roll down the line there by Tanya Britt. Ontong on the backhand. It's a great ball to the far post.
She had Darren Saunderson there. Just 5 more yards and you could have had another one on.
At the moment, doesn't seem that Free State's playing a player down here. I think their work ethic and fitness levels proving that they can go player down and not have to sit back and just suck on pressure, but actually create some good opportunities going forward.
I'm convinced it's because they train in the place where the sun is made. If anyone at home has experienced Bloemfontein summers, you can attest to the fact that it feels as if the sun is sitting on your shoulders when you're outside at midday.
As we come to the end of Chaka 3, Free State 3, Western Province Pens 1. On screen you can see Taryn Ramsden and the Free State. Sure, she's going into the last quarter very happy, hopefully looking to get their first 3 points of the IPT 2021 in the last group stage game before heading into the quarterfinals. And Randall, as we spoke about previously, in the format that we are playing this IPT, it's actually very important to peak at the correct times, that we're heading into the quarters, that you're really finding your form and getting results, because then it becomes any game, because we know knockout stages, any team, whether you won every single group game or lost every single group game, you never know who's going to take that knockout game.
Exactly, as Peter Cole mentioned, happened at the Olympics, where the Australian ladies had made their way through the 4 mile, the quarters, but still lost out. As we have a look at, one thing that's always interesting to also see is the difference in the way coaches approach these 2-minute breaks. Taryn Ramsden looking very calm. She's allowing Sula also to, as one of the seniors, to also share some information. At the same time, when we looked over the other side, we saw Ian Media as well, calm, relaxed, allowing players to gather their breath, something that Coach Neil Powell from the Rugby Sevens has been quite good at. He allows his players to have 30 seconds of quiet time to gather their breath before they have to receive a ton of information. I think that's something that could also be applied in coaching tactics and coaching education.
I think a little bit tough between quarter breaks here. You're only getting a minute, so you give 30 seconds away, and they've still got to get the keepers back in the boxes before the whistle blows. So I think maybe at halftime definitely can be used, but during the chucks I think might be a tad too difficult unless the coach only has a couple pointers to say.
Well, the 10-minute half times, I actually timed it yesterday morning while making my cup of coffee. 2 cups of water takes just under 3 minutes to boil, so definitely enough time to take a break.
Some fantastic stick quick there by Chelsea Tomlinson, and a right foot pass to Amy Pote, who gets onto it, but Shanae Hartel having a stormer at centre back there today, cleaning up all the Pens attacks.
I think we might need to use a code word for Chanel Hotel because we may be wearing a name out with the involvement in defense. We just simplify it to C. And Anna Janse again, what a move there. Weaving a way through. Short corner as Anna-Marie Bout is unable to stay on her feet. Also managing the attack quite well.
Leanne Lawrence might just have a case here. The ball wasn't stuck under the goalkeeper. There was enough to get the ball away, and the Free State players were actually hitting it into the goalkeeper. And for those that don't know, you can't hit the ball on the goalkeeper, as that is deemed dangerous towards the goalkeeper and could be seen as a free hit out. But short corner stands. Are we going to see another bicycle to slip left to Shanae, or are we going to see Tanya Brits on the flick? And it's the captain of the flick and deflected over there. I think it was Leanne Lawrence just taking it over the crossbar. Long corner. Casey Jean Burt's on the ball. Jamie Chisholm getting a good touch there and just taking it onto the Free State foot. I'd love to see Western Province Pens really stretch the field and leave 2 to 3 players in the final third. At the moment, there's no one in the final quarter of the Free State half, which is making the field a little bit smaller, and small spaces is easy to defend as a defending side. You really want to stretch them and create lead to 4-1. A lot of work to do here for the Pens to get back into this game. Randall coach Ian O'Dear is going into, at the moment, going to be playing the leaders of Pool B, which I think possibly could be Southern Gauteng, depending on what happens in the next games here. Do you think taking the goalkeeper off is crossing his mind, and maybe going with 11 outfield players maybe could help them get back in this game, but also maybe training it for what could, if they take Southern Gauteng like they did the Raiders yesterday to the last minute, maybe playing the extra outfield player could get them to the advantage and maybe score a few goals when needed?
Well, as you mentioned a few minutes ago, Free State look like they're playing with a much bigger squad. So I think it may be a little bit risky. Sometimes the risks are worth it, but if we look at the ground being covered by these Free State ladies, it's do we foresee that leaving a potentially open goal box?
Yeah, I don't see him doing it now with 11 and a half minutes to play. I think usually last 2-3 minutes is maybe when you can start thinking about it, maybe get that extra play on. Like I said, maybe not going to influence the game today, but good training for tomorrow going into the quarterfinals.
Oh yeah, for sure. I saw a WhatsApp come through now where someone mentioned that, but the goalkeeper has all those pads on. And one thing that's always important to remember, and something that I like to bring up from time to time, not every part of the goalkeeper is covered. So there are still gaps of neck and shoulders and collarbones, so we can't be allowed to just take pot shots at the keeper when they are down on the ground. Bit of mistrap there, but she will recover. But generally Simmons, Tanya Brits applying maximum pressure as
good work there by Nydia Vermeulen and Megan Price-Lewis, but again that direct ball cut out by Shanae Hartel. Looks very tired, has put in a proper shift in this game.
What a shake of there.
Elaine Lowe with some fantastic right to left pull there. But Kaylin Marie cleaning up at the back. Jamie Chisholm with a long ball, trying to release Klaasen into space. I think Free State looking quite comfortable out here with 10 minutes to play. As I say that, Klaasen behind the defense, running at the goalkeeper, turns and arcs, plays it across to Amy Pote. But a good touch again by Hartel, and it's gone out for a long corner. Noel van der Walt on the ball. Pens slow to get forward, 6 to 7 players behind the ball at that long corner. Not sure they're going to get back in the game with so many players behind. I'd love to see them just with a little bit more energy and been a little bit more dynamic and really taking it to free save for this last 9 minutes. I mean, if they grab one goal now, get their tails up, I'm sure they'll be able to get back into this game. Michelle Tallis with a fantastic ball to Jamie Chisholm, driving that baseline. Good defense there by Helene Lowe. That's another long corner.
When Pens actually load the spaces behind the defense, they were able to shake through. It's quite clear that this defense is quite comfortable with any ball coming straight at them, or any player coming straight at them.
Just too far ahead there for Chelsea Tomlinson to bring in. And shout out to our sponsors, Balgatech Sports, Fourways Online and TK.
Yeah, it has to be said that these sponsors that you had mentioned before, ever involved in hockey in South Africa.
Shanehato just taking off the ball, and it's just spun over. Amy Pote take a quick free hit. The defense isn't 5, but they've now gone 5, and Noel just couldn't get enough on that. She's reeled it in. 3v2, they can just move the ball around there. Good work, Amy Pote on the ball. Casey Jean, that's a direct ball in for just outside of the line there, so it is not a penalty corner, it is just a free hit on the circle edge. All players must be 5 yards from the free hit, even inside the circle. You got to be 5, otherwise it is a penalty corner. Amy Pote probably going to play a little bit direct in here, plays it onto the captain. Simmons from Free State's foot. Kaylin Marie on the ball. Penn's getting a bit stuck here in this right hand corner, Randall. Couple free hits in the last few minutes, and they just keep going in and in. If you look to the help side, and again, ladies and gentlemen, that's the left hand side of the field. Lots of space for them to go and attack into. If they can just transfer it out to their back line, maybe change. Is that a bit of a stick block, or is it a stick check? It is a stick check, says Claire Cowan. I think smart stick work there by the captain Simmons, showing her experience and just blocking the challenge from behind. Lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, we can definitely see the difference in confidence here between the two sides, with the Free State ladies looking very confident. You can see them on their toes. They're looking to take ball away.
Now we finally get the ball out to help side. You can see the amount of space there is for Megan Price-Lewis to carry in, and now the whole Free State press has to shift. This is how you create the open lines and how you can break the seams. As we see Anna Janssen with a great acceleration, finding Casey Jean Buerta, getting around Jamie Chisholm. Good ball protection and carry. The backhand pass going straight to Kaylin Marie. Winning the free hit.
Kayla Marie, just like Shanae Otto, very involved in defense today. Starting to think that these two players belong to a secret society where they may be testing some special tech. Always seeming to be near areas of excitement. As we're going to the last 5 and a bit minutes. As Sharon Hartle saying, go Shanae Hartle. Anne Janssen comfortably snatching that
It's a
ball.
lovely ball to the right by Captain Simmons. Hit to far post, and we have Casey Jean Buerta and Zalmi Pretorius in fantastic areas there, just ahead of both of them.
And Zalmi scoring that fantastic goal early in the match, but unable to collect that one.
And as you mentioned earlier, Province also trying to go on that tactic, heading to far post, but just not having people in the crucial areas. There we see Free State with 2 players diving on far post, trying to get that touch. Megan Price-Lewis turning the ball over to Tanya Brits. And it's a great save, great stick save there by Johanna Marie Boats. Noel with a direct ball, but again turned over by Anne Janssen. And swings it to half side, and you can see the space that brings into you have to shift the defense, and it's quite tough to deal with it, and the ball just deemed dangerous coming in there.
Shmelda Ontong, one of the speedsters in the squad. As we see the Pens coming right back. Shea Bennett looking for the touch, and off we go.
As they stand, we have a 2v2 in the quarter. She's turned her back. Amy Potes gets it, drives into the circle. She's got 2 players on her. I'm sure she's going to look to try find a penalty corner, but it's gone across, and again, no one on far post. 2 players on the top of the D. And I think that's been the difference today between Free State and Pens Randall. Free State always got players in that crucial 6-yard area looking to score goals, and Western Province Pens players, I think, just ball watching and expecting the player on the board to create something out of nothing and not really offering their service in good areas. And we can see that by the scoreline. Another great opportunity for Pens to get on the score sheet, but just no one in the area to get the goal, and stays 4-1 to Free State with 3.5 minutes to play in the game.
Yeah, those chances, as we've been alluding to throughout the broadcast, percentages, you need to convert those percentages. And they only count when they're going at goal.
A rare mistake.
Very rare mistake. She sends that one all the way down.
Free State happy to invite Province into their half. And ball being played after the whistle blown. And you see number 5, Azami Pretorius, getting a green card. She'll come on for the last 35 seconds of the game. Pens going 1 player good again. Will they be able to get an outcome here? Maybe a consolation goal. Get their confidence up going into the final quarters tomorrow, as Shea Bennett goes for the intercept, but lifted into Casey Jean Buerta, and that's dangerous. It's header above the waist. Sam Smuts picks it up. Good free centre back play there. Plays the big ball to Lizay Steyn. Crunching tackle comes in, and it's Lizay Steyn on the foot, and she gets it back. Needlessly given away, but returned again there by Atlan Koka. Good pick up there by Noel van der Walt. And Janse driving infield. It's a good infield break. Plays Tanya Brits on the overlap. Tanya Brits with a near post slap, and that is her hat trick. 3 goals for Tanya Brits today. Free State 5, Western Province Pens 1, and a beautiful infield drive there by the youngster Ane Janse, and Tanya Brits pulling out to the left and receives it and seeing the near post gap, and she slots it away accordingly again. Free State have been very clinical on the side the D today, scoring 5 goals. I'm sure that's going to do them a while of good, and Coach Taryn Ramsden must be very pleased with her side's performance going into the quarters, and I'm sure they'll be taking this confidence, which pretty much solves that they'll be playing second place in Pool B. Still 2 games to play in Pool B after this, at 2 and at 4, to see who they'll be confirmed to play. Pool A already sorted now. We have Spark KZN Raiders winning the group, going unbeaten, 3 from 3, 9 points, really stating the case for showing everybody that they want to be IPT champions this year. And that is a penalty corner won by Shea Bennett. 16 seconds to go. I think it might have been for a bit of a stick check there. Coming in second in Pool A, we do have the Northern Blues, and Free State will take up 3rd position, and Western Province Pens end in 4th. Rebecca Caps at Castle One, and I think it might be a straight beat from her. It is Castle One, and it is a straight poke, and it's beautiful first wave run there by Casey Jean Boertse, guarding the ball over the crossbar and not making her have to make a save. Keepers do love that. We've got 2 seconds left, and that is time in this game. Day 3, game 2. Free State winning it with 5-1 over the Western Province Pens, and a dominant performance there by Free State. Very clinical in the D, running hard and strong, and at the end just a little bit too much for the Western Province Pens. I'm sure both coaches will take some valuable information from these games going into the quarters coming in tomorrow. Thank you for joining us all around the world, South Africa, at this Ladies IPT 2021. That is all from me, Bryce West. We're going to go down pitch side to Randall Crisp, who will be interviewing a player. Thanks for joining us. Keep well. Chat to you soon.
Ladies and gents, at the end of this fantastic encounter between Free State and Pens, joined here by Tanya Brits, one of the prolific goal scorers in the Free State squad. Tanya, what's your secret?
Secret? I don't know if there is a secret. I think it's important just to have like a go-getter attitude and just have like that urge to score, and most of all just enjoy it.
How's this week been for you so far? I mean, we've been building up and building up. We've been waiting for the scoring ability, and you finally brought it to the table for your squad. What do you think will be the next step going forward?
I think definitely like going into tomorrow's game, we have to like build from this game, because I think this game will definitely give us a bit of confidence. Like you said, like the week we've been fighting and just not getting that score. So it'll be nice to get a good score tomorrow as well, because we'll definitely have a tough game ahead of us. So yeah.
We saw even with two players being sent off with cards, it still seemed as if you had 15 on the park.
Yeah, we definitely had to manage it. I went in a bit of like, but no, it's all about just communication and just making it work, and that's the only way you can like get through it, I guess.
That's perfect, and perfect advice for the youngsters at home. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Bye.